What's up, guys? 1 second. Hey, Kelsey, can you go introduce your phone? I'll check mine. All right, I've put the equipment list over on the comments, so we should need some dumbbells. I would go kind of a moderate, and if you've got I've got 10s and 15s out for myself. I'd say on some of these you can go as high as 20 pounders or more. And then I've got a stability ball that's going to be optional. So you don't have to have it, but if you have it, it's nice to use. All right, while we're getting some more people in, let's do our standard warm-up. Loosen up a little. I'm going to do a couple of those squat progressions with you again today. That's one of my favorites since it hits most major muscle groups, combats the effects of sitting or just being idle. So one thing I've noticed, even if you have a standing desk, like I use this back here for like my computer work, and I'll be upright, I still get a little bit like tight in my low back, maybe a little bit like rounded in my shoulders. So it's still good to take a break even if you are standing for your computer work. And just to refresh you on what a squat progression is, I'm going to stand with my feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, going down towards my toes. And you can hold these as long as you would like. You know, I hold maybe 2 seconds each one. I'm going to drop down nice and low in a squat. My hands go up and stand. And let's repeat that same thing about 5 or 6 times. So towards your toes, get a stretch in your hammies, down into a low squat, hands up. There's 2. Let's go for a few more of those. 3, 4, 5. And one little variation I'll show you here that you can do on your own is once we're down at the bottom, we can hold this position and just work on some directional reaching. So get a little rotation with that. 2, 3, 4. All right, good. A little twist side to side. 3, 4, 5. Let's go to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna throw those leg swings back in that we do sometimes. Maybe 10 aside here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same count on the other side. And it's your choice, forwards or backwards, or side to side. That side to side is this direction. That may feel a little better for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to do a little quad stretch in the warm up here. I've done some steep running, so my quads are a little bit sore. And same thing, just kind of a quick hamstring stretch for the back side of my leg there. I'll do one of these each side, not too terribly long, 15 seconds or so. One on the other. We're going to be doing a lot of upper body, so shoulders and biceps and triceps today. Let's get a little warm up for those after this hamstring stretch. Let's kick one foot out, hinge. So let's find an area to do a lighter, easy push-up, or you can go down to a modified push-up. Let's go for about 8 to 10 repetitions. I'm going to use the edge of my couch, and you don't have to go all the way down, but if you can get down there, go for it. This should be a light intensity. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my 10 in, good. And I'm going to do a little squeeze to those muscles in my back. So I'm kind of getting a little swing and squeeze those muscles in my back at the back of each range of motion on this one. You can do kind of a pull motion with that. So pretend like you're pulling something to you. Ooh. 5. Let's go for 5 more of those. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And we're going to reach overhead, pushing up high. Stretch as far as you can up towards the ceiling. And then back down. Let's do a couple of those all the way up. And then back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's turn that into a jumping jack after 9. One more here, and you're going right into some jumping jacks there. Let's go 30 seconds. 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. 10 more cycles. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. There's my 10. All right, I think we're ready. I think we're warm. So let me demonstrate what we've got here with the first few weights. So I'm going to go a little bit on the lighter side for these 10 pounders for me. I've got a 1 leg Romanian deadlift. So to do that, I'm just basically kicking 1 leg back to here. And that can take a little bit of balance. If that's too hard for you, we're going to hinge at the waist here with both feet supporting you. Okay? So once we get down there, if you can hold that position, we're going to do a row. 2, 3. Once we get through those, we're going to hold at the top and then do a kickback with those dumbbells. Okay? So get your weights ready. I've got 10 pounders. Even a little bit lighter would be okay. And 3, 2, 1. Let's hinge. And I'm going to go for the rows first. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can do about 12 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in. 2 more, and then I'm going to hold at the top. Hold here. We're kicking back. Now these are a little tougher, so maybe 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my 10. Good. Give you a little recovery between the two sides. I'm going to do the same counts on the other side. Yeah, if you're having trouble on your balance, keep both feet planted and do that same motion with both feet. All right, opposite leg balancing. Let's hinge. And we're doing the row for 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 more. Get that foot way up and back there. 3, 2. Hold at the top. 10 kickbacks. 1, 2. Try not to swing these. Control the weights. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. There's my 10. All right. Shake your arms out a little, and I'm going to give you another exercise. All right, kickbacks, clock lunges. So I'm going to start with having a good space around me. I'm going to do a right leg first on this one. I'm stepping forward into a lunge. So think of 12 o'clock. Then I'm going to go to the right side, do a side lunge here at 3, and then I'm going back to 6 o'clock for my last one. So 12, 3, 6, and we're going to stay on this same leg for 5 cycles. You ready? I'm going to go forward, to the side, and then behind you. That's 1 cycle in. Let's do the same thing. Forward, to the side, and then behind. 2, forward, side, and then back. You can have your hands wherever you'd like. If you like to have them out here for balance, that's fine. 2, 3. Nice work. Let's go another cycle or 2. 1, 2. Some people struggle with that side lunge. So when you do that one, Try to keep this leg extended or straight out. Keep that knee locked. Good. And I think we're at 5 there. Okay. Little break, and we'll find some space to do the same directions on the other leg. All right, so we're going to start to the front, to the left at 9 o'clock, and then back behind us at 6 again. So 12, 3, keep that leg locked, and behind you for 6. 12, 9, and then 6. Good. Let's see if I can keep track of my number this time. I think this is the 3rd cycle in. There's 3 complete. Let's go 2 more. Side, and then back. Try to keep your upper body upright on these. Try not to let your body hinge forward too much. Last one. Nice job. All right, we got one more little exercise in that circuit, and I'm gonna throw in just some standard curls. A few things to think about here. Keep your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Make sure that they're not swinging forwards or backwards on this one. We wanna make sure we're getting full range from the elbows there. So my palms are facing up, and I'm going 12 to 15 reps here. 1, 2, 3. If you can see yourself to the side, 4, make sure your elbows are staying put right underneath your shoulders. 5, 6. Add a little bit of swing to my body. I want to cancel that out. 7, 8. One thing that helps is keeping your belly drawn in tight. 10, and thinking about not letting your back arch. 12, let's go 3 more repetitions here. 3, 2, and you got them. All right, so I'm gonna start throwing those curls in after a lot of these sets, and we'll go somewhere between 10 and 15 reps throughout the whole workout for those sets that we perform. We're getting our weights back, and we're doing that one leg Romanian deadlift. We're gonna hinge down, do some rows first, then at the top we're gonna hold and kick back behind you. So I'm gonna start with my right leg balancing, left leg kicking back. Ready? Let's go for 12 rows once you're down there. And squeeze. 1, 2, really kick that foot way back there behind you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 more to go. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. We're gonna kick back for 10. 1. It's a little tough on the balance. Let's see if you can do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's our 10. Remember, keep track of what leg you were balancing on. Sometimes it's easy to get mixed up. It's kind of warm today. Let's go fan level 3. All right, left leg. Balancing here. Kick the other leg way back. It's okay to have some bend to this lead leg that they're balancing on. Ready? And pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost there. 2 more. Then pause at the top. 11. Pause here. Kick back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there's 10. All right, good. And you should be feeling the back of your shoulders getting a little bit of a burn by the end of that set. Your triceps, back of your shoulders, upper back, and maybe that leg that you're balancing on burning. Let's go back to your curls, palms facing up. And let's go for the same 10 to 12 range. Body stable, belly's tucked in and squeezed tight. 2. And give me a big full range of motion down. Don't sell yourself short on this one. Don't stop here and then pull back up all the way down there. Good. 8, 9, 10. I'm going 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, And you got it. Nice job. So for my lunges, we're doing 5 cycles again per side. And by the end of that 5 cycles, I'm not necessarily feeling really burned out. And I want you to reassure you that that's okay. You don't want to do every exercise to complete failure. You want to make sure you give yourself a little wiggle room in there and not push yourself too hard on these. So right leg's going first. I'm going to stride out in front, to the side, and then back. You ready? Now front, to the side, and then back. There's one. Good. Front, side, and back. 2. Keep those rolling. Gotta let my dog eat the squirrels. And back. Okay. I'll join in with you here. Front, side, back. I'll count this as cycle number 4. And one more. Front, side, and back. We've got a big retaining wall. And you see squirrels running out in there. And he just bolts. That's his mission in life. Get the squirrels. Yeah, so if you feel like you're pushing your body too hard or you're doing a lot of really tough exercises, make sure you're giving your body that recovery time in between to rest up and actually make progress. When we're working out, we're actually breaking down or doing damage to your tissue. And it's that time that you're resting is when you're actually like improving your performance, or you're getting better or getting stronger or growing bigger muscles. So that's very important. Front, side, and back. I'm going to scoot up a little bit. Front, side, and back. Front, side. I'm back for 3 here. 2 more cycles. Front, side, back. 4, last one. Front, side, and back behind me. Nice job. All right, let's grab your weights. Another set of 10 to 15 curls. I'm doing that same structure, palms facing up. All right, ready? 1, I'm going to 15. Let's see if you can match me there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And I'm gonna move you on to a new group of exercises here. Good job. All right, we are moving into a sumo deadlift. Sumo stance, so it's a wide stance. And we're gonna bring in an upright row at the end of that one. Alternating shoulder press. Okay, so a sumo deadlift. I'm gonna show you the front and side view. So I've got a pretty wide stance here. Notice my toes are angling out and my weight is staying in my heels. I should be able to kind of wiggle my toes here at any point. On this, it's a little different than a squat. So instead of dropping your butt down, we're gonna hinge back with your waist, kind of like a swing, a kettlebell swing. So we're hinging back and we're trying to feel a little bit of adductor and hamstring on your legs and then a little bit of that low back working for us here. So we're hinging down and at the top, I'm kind of pulling my hips through a little bit and just getting a tight squeeze here. So from the front again, hinging down, nice flat spine, and then pulling up and through. Notice my shoulders are pulled back with this one as well. So let's go ahead and go for about 12 to 15 of these guys. Weights are straight down there in front of you with a relaxed elbow. We're going down, slowly pulling up and squeezing. I'm gonna grab a little heavier weights for this one since I'm quite a bit stronger on my deadlift than curls. 2, I'm gonna call this repetition number 3. 4, 5, 6. Try to feel your glutes, hamstrings, maybe some adductors, the inner thighs in there. 9, 3 more. 3, 2, and there's my 12. I'm gonna bring my feet in a little closer and I'm pulling that up. We did these upright rows the other day. Let's do those again with this one. So 12 reps. 2, 3. Make sure your elbows are higher than your hands. 4, and those weights are in close to your chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. I'm gonna keep my heavier weights. I'm up to 15s. And I'm doing a hammer curl now. So the first few we did palms facing forward. This next round, we're going palms facing in towards you. And since I've got a little heavier weights, I may go fewer repetitions on this one, but we're still focusing on keeping your elbows right underneath your shoulders. 2, and trying to avoid swinging. 3, 4, 5 in, good. 6. So when you supinate, or have your palms up like those first few that we did, it works mainly just on your bicep itself. When we rotate your hands in like this, you should feel a little deeper underneath your biceps and maybe a little bit more into your forearms. And there's my 10 to 12. All right. After that one, we did upright rows. We're gonna go to alternating shoulder presses. So that's one at a time. And I wanna maybe come down to a kneeling position where you can see me. All right, I'd like for your weights to be about chin height. If you drew a line across to your chin, so we don't necessarily need to go way down here. That's gonna allow you to keep your shoulders in the right place, but get your full range of motion. And I'm gonna go one at a time. 2, let's see if we can make 20 repetitions here. 3, 4, if you wanna work on your balance, try this standing up on one foot. 5, 6, 7, slow and controlled is the key here. 8, 9, 10, halfway there already, 10 more repetitions. 12, 13, 14, 15, good. 16, 17, 18, 19, last one. There's my 20, nice job, good. I'm gonna switch back into my heavier weights. And I'm going another set of curls. Let's see if we can do 10 more with that hammer grip. Pull up, slowly control on the way down. 1. So we'll end up with quite a few sets of these today. 2, 3, 4, 5. Depending on what number you do each set, we could be up close to about 100 reps on these today. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. 9. There's my 10, good. All right, feet out wide again. Let's go back into the sumo deadlift. So remember, don't drop your hips down. It's pushing your hips back behind you and hinging at the waist. Weights are hanging straight down from your shoulders. Your arms should be pretty relaxed. The only thing they're doing is holding your weights. So we'll hinge, and give me a little glute squeeze at the top of each repetition. 2, 3, 4, so my low back, glutes and hamstrings are doing most of that work. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking good. 11, I'm going to 15 if you can. 12, 13, 14, and 15 there. I'm gonna bring my feet back in and let's go for an upright row, close to your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in. Let's go to 12 reps if you can make it. 8, 9, 10, 2 more. 11, and there's my 12. Nice job. All right. So let's go back into those curls again. Hammer grip. Okay, elbows underneath of you. Curl up for 10. 1, 2. One little marker I do is I try to tap the end of that weight on the front of my shoulder. 4. Notice all our lifts today so far have been controlled and slow. 7. We're not really using momentum on anything so far. 8. 2 more. 9. And there's 10. I'm starting to get a pretty good burn to my biceps now. We're in 5, 6 sets in there, so good. All right, we have got alternating shoulder presses one more time, and then we'll move you on. So I'm going to my heavier weights. Starting here, Tight belly so our back doesn't arch on this one. And one at a time. Push it up. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way to 20 repetitions. 8. Again, you can be up on your feet, balancing on one foot if you need. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, almost there. 16, 17, 18, 19. There's my 20. Good. Come on up. One more on the hammer curls. Last round on these. 10 repetitions for me. 1. Remember to tap the front of your shoulder if you can. 2. And get way down there at the bottom of the range. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's our 10. Nice job. All right, we are going down to the floor. So we've got an exercise called Turkish get-ups. A couple of you guys know what this one is. It's a lot of steps. I think we've got 6 steps up and 6 steps down. So I guide you through those 6 steps. So see if you can follow along with me. I'd recommend, if you haven't done these before, try no weight initially, and then we can add an additional weight if you feel comfortable with that. So I'm starting with, we did a couple of these the other day with some core exercises, the first few steps, but we're doing the full motion on these today. Let's see if that'll stay. Get over there. Those things never stay where you want them to. Okay, so my right knee is bent. My right hand is up. I'm always going to keep this towards the ceiling. So from here, I'm going to crunch up and across to my left elbow. From there, I push up to my left hand. Next step is lifting your hips off the floor. Then we're tucking your left leg all the way underneath your hip. It should be pretty much underneath that weight. Then from there, we're using your oblique to lift you upright. We can pivot that back foot around a little, and we're standing up top. So let's go back down. I'm gonna change my angle just a little, and we reverse that process to get down to the floor. A little better. Okay, so we're going down. We go over to the side. We're gonna lift and kick your foot through. Touch your butt, go down to your elbow, and then all the way back to the floor. So that's one cycle. Let's go ahead to the next one. You ready? Up to the elbow, left hand. We're gonna lift your butt. We're gonna tuck your left knee underneath your weight. We're gonna lift with your oblique, pivot your foot a little, and then stand. Let's reverse it to your left knee, left hand, kick out, to your butt, elbow, good. 2, let's go 2 more cycles on this same side. So to the elbow, hand, lift, tuck your knee under, use your oblique, pivot a little, and then stand. Down to the knee, hand, kick out, butt, elbow. That's 3 in. Let's go 1 more. You should be getting a burn to that shoulder if you're holding the weight. Crunch to the hand, lift, tuck under, just that little pivot, and up. And then finally, we're making our way back to the floor for that 4th cycle. Kick out. And then give that arm a nice little deserved break. And spin where you can see me here. All right, next side. Left leg's bent. Your left hand has the weight. All right, so we're crunching to your right elbow, to your right hand. We're gonna lift, tuck your knee underneath your weight, use your oblique, get a little pivot, and then stand. Good. And let's go back to the knee. You pivot that foot under a little as we do that side bend, and we'll kick out. Elbow, and then down. Good. 1 cycle in. Let's go 3 more. So crunch. Hey, Penny. Lift. Tuck your knee under. Kneel. And then up top. Good. There's 6 steps in. Ooh. Chug girly. To the side. Kick out. All the way back down to the floor. There's 2 cycles in. Ooh. And 2 more. To the elbow. Hand. Lift. Tuck your knee. oblique. Stand, good. And we're at 3 here at the top. Going down, we'll do 1 more repetition. And last one here. All right, give me a challenge with the dog like this. 1, 2. I gotta get those first few steps in early. All right, good. And back down for that last one, number 4. Kick, control, and nice job. Good. All right. After that one, we can stay on the floor. We've got a few more exercises down here. We're going for skull crushers with your weights. So I'm gonna go to my 10 pounders. And here's where if you have a stability ball, just come on up to the stability ball, roll out, and you can do a bridge on this one at the same time we do a skull crusher. So if you don't have a ball, I'll start here. Weights over my shoulders, and I'm gonna bend at my elbow. Oops, sorry girl. And then push up top. Bend, 2, 3. If you want a little added exercise for your core, lift your feet up off the ground. And you can even kick them out and extend them here if you need some more core work. Where are we at? 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 5 more if you can make them. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you're there. Nice job. All right, up to your feet, and we've got some lateral raises. So you may want to find some lighter weights. I'm going to use my 10 pounders, and I'm going to stay in this kneeling position where you can see me a little bit better. And let's go out to the side to about shoulder height, and then back down. One thing I want you to notice from the side is I've got a slight little bend to my elbow. So I'm not completely locked out there. I've got a little bit of a bend as I pull up into that, okay? But when we get to the top, your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders should all be in that same plane if I drew a horizontal line across the screen. You ready? Up. 1, 2. If you've got some heavy weights, it's okay to do less repetitions on these. 3, 4. Make sure that when we do these, we're not swinging them up there. 5, 6. It's controlled both ways. 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm going 2 more on these. 11, and there's my 12. All right, shake your arms out a little bit. If you need to give them a stretch, pulling your arm across here would be a good one to do. Any of you other guys have cats or dogs that jump on you and try to join your workout? It's kind of fun. All right, let's go back to the Turkish get-up. So I'm gonna go for my heavier weight on this one. We started off with, let's see, the weight in your left hand. Hey, girlie, let's move you right there. Right there. There you go. Okay, left knee's bent, weights on my left hand. All right, from here, crunch to your elbow. We're gonna go to your hand, lift, tuck your knee under, use your oblique, and then stand. And actually for this one, I'm gonna face this way where you can see me a little bit better. So down to my right knee, right hand, kick out, to my butt, elbow, and back down. There we go. We've already got 2 cycles in. Coming up on number 3 here. Good. And let's go 2 more for 5. Good. There's 4 in. Let's see if you can make 1 more. Keep that weight straight towards the ceiling. Good. And there's my 5. Now I'm going to pivot to this side. All right, so right hand has the weight, right leg's bent, left leg is straight. All right, let's crunch to your elbow, push up your hand, lift, tuck your knee under, use your oblique, And then stand. Try to keep those steps broken up initially for now. As you get more comfortable with this, then you can kind of blend those things together. But for right now, try to think about just doing those individual steps. And if this is one you want to practice on your own, when you get heavier in the weight, it becomes a little more important to break those steps down, because you need to generate just a little bit of power on some of those. Like if I got a heavy load from here, I need to really kind of pop up to that position. So 2 more. Nice job. Where are we at? 4. 1 more. Yep. Nice work. All right, from the floor, we're hitting skull crushers. I'm gonna do it from the ball this second time, so if you've got a ball, let's use that. All right, I'm gonna grab a seat, roll out, get my head and neck supported on that thing. And I wanna make sure here that I'm physically squeezing my glutes, and I'm not letting my body relax on top of that. You can also do this from the edge of your couch too. Okay, so we're holding the hip position. We're gonna lower down and back up top. Let's go to 15. 2. If you're back on the floor, 3, remember to lift your feet off the ground and get some core work in there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looking good. 5 more to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. All right, nice job. After the skull crushers, we're coming back up to your feet, and we're doing those lateral raises. I'm just gonna go down to one knee where you can see me here. Good. And we're out to the side. A little bend to your elbows, and controlling down. 1, 2, let's go 10 to 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. And there's 10, good. I'm bringing you up to your feet, and we're doing an alternating curl. And I'm gonna give you your choice of which variation you wanna perform. So we've got supinated, palms facing forward. We've got that hammer grip, palms facing in. And we can even do a rotation. So let's start with your palms in. And as you get to the top, you're doing a little bit of a twist there, okay? So you can do any of those, but we're gonna alternate one hand then the other. I'm gonna do that rotating variation. So rotating up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start that second one as the first one's lowering. Make sure that we're not swinging side to side. That makes it pretty easy. I don't wanna use momentum. I'm using control to lift. Ready? And we're curling up, and then back down. So again, my body's staying nice and stationary. 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of like a slow-mo variation of that swinging one. 9, 10, let's go at least 10 more. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and you got it. All right, good. Biceps should be getting a little bit worn out by now. I'm going down to the floor, and we've got some standard sit-ups. So this is one that's kind of got a bad rap over the past 5 or 10 years, but as long as your back is healthy, you're pretty much okay to do this exercise. If you do have low back issues, I'd recommend subbing this one out for a plank. So we're seated, feet on the floor. All we're doing is just a standard sit-up, rolling back, and then pulling up top. This is the lightest intensity, or actually doing a little bit of a chop would be the lightest. Next would be your shoulders. Harder yet would be behind your head here. So let's maybe try behind your head. We're slowly controlling down and then lifting back up top. 1, 2, 3. I'm going 12 to 15 here. 4. Notice again, it's slow and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to avoid letting your back flop to the ground. 9, 10, 11. Slowly rolling down to get to the floor. Well, let's go 3 more. 3. Make sure you're not pulling your head and neck. Your elbows are back, and you're just supporting or holding your hands back there. All right, there's our 15. We're going to a side plank, and today we're going to add some rotation with it. So instead of repetitions up and down, I'm going to have you hold. If you need to modify, we can go from your knee, and we're going to reach under and lift to the top. And if you can go for the regular version, either stack or stagger your feet, whichever is more comfortable for you. And then we're doing a reach underneath, twist, and then slowly pulling up to the top. Now get ready. Let's go for about 10 per side. 3, 2, 1. Let's reach underneath and then pull up for 1, 2. If you stack your feet, this one could be a challenge to keep your balance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. I'm going to spin you around right into that other side. Go where I can get my feet on the carpet. All right. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Reach under and then lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. Almost there. 8, 9, and 10. There you go. All right, let's go back up to your feet. Let's do that alternating curl one more time. All right. And I'm going to rotate again this time, so kind of starting with my palms in and pulling my hands towards my shoulders as I get to the top. 3, 2, 1, curl. I'm going to start that other one towards the bottom of that first rep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Looking good. 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's keep pushing. I'm at 20 in. Let's go 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 8, 9. Here we go. 30. Boom. Nice job, guys. Coming down to the sit-up position. And if you have, some people have a weight distribution issue, like where, for example, their upper body holds more mass than their lower body. So if that's the case, throw your couple dumbbells over your toes or stick your feet underneath the couch, but just try to feel like you're working more through here than letting your hip flexors take over. And if you hook your feet, it's easy for those hip flexors to lift you up. So that's one advantage to not having your feet hooked. It'll focus more here than it does here. All right. So I'm going to go hands across my shoulders or chest this time. Going up, slowly down. 1, 2. Let's see if we can make it to 15. And I'm not taking a break at the bottom here. 3. As soon as I'm down there, I'm right back up to that next repetition. Same thing at the top. I'm not taking a rest or pause up there. I'm continually moving here. It's with control though. 6, 7. Keep on cruising. Let's go to 15 here on these. 8, 9, 10. How about 5 more? Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and there you got it. Nice job. All right, so since I'm running out of time, I'm going to leave the stretching to you guys after this one today. Let me see. One thing we're going to be doing on Friday is a deck of cards workout. So I'll have the deck of cards, and basically what I'm going to be doing is assigning an exercise to a certain suit. So let's say we get spades is equal to squats. If we get an 8 of spades, we've got 8 squats. Flip the next card, and then we'll just kind of go through the deck. Let's see if we can make it through. And the key is, like, you really don't know what you're going to get. So you could end up doing a lot of squats in a row or a lot of whatever exercise that you want to perform. So I want your input. If you've got a certain exercise. Oh, I'm not keeping the dog. We found a home for her. Penny. Where'd she go? Penny. We are just fostering her, so we found her a home, and we're taking her there tomorrow. So today's going to be her last day. I'll give her a little camera time. Come here, Penny. Come here. Woo. Got her. Okay, so little Penny is going to a new home tomorrow. She's been a really good house guest. Yeah, girl. And then Cassell. Hopefully, I can't cheat at this game. I'll keep him on camera and show you exactly what I got going on here. Cassell's done this workout about, I don't know, what, a year ago? And it ended up being pretty challenging. So it should be fun. It should be interesting. Let's see how it turns out for Friday. But if you have any particular exercises you want us to do, no 12-ounce curls, no what was your exercise, Kelsey? No diddly squats. Okay, so those are not included. That was a joke. All right, so equipment-wise, we'll probably keep it pretty minimal on Friday. But thanks for joining, everybody. Go do a little stretching on your own, and I'll see you on Friday or maybe next week. Thanks, guys.